It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. Coming up next.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around, hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A shotgun snap for Tua. A quick slant caught by Hill.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
In motion, it's Waddle. Tua gonna throw here on 3rd and 1. Open man, left side, he's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Open man is Smith. He's got him. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Tua to throw again. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Here's 2 and out on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
On 3rd down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the 1st down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out. They reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Velus Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the 1st overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, it certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Third and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. 17 yards that time from number 17.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
The motion man is Sanders. Young to throw on first down. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And he'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Young. He'll get this to his tight end, Jatavian Sanders. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now he takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. The motion man is Sanders. On second down, Young. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start first and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Third and a yard. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Hill brought in motion. Once again, it's Achane. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Play action. Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Tua. Looking for Berrios downfield. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Blackshear to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now Young. A throw left side caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
3-3, our score. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 1st down is Young. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Young. Hit as as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On play action, Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. Now he'll run. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Tua now on 1st down. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Derek Brown, former 7th overall selection, gets the sack there.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. So, just a pair of field goals in that first half. It is 3-3 at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game all time. 3rd quarter. And a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Young. Open man downfield is Leggett. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll send him over to the left. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
On the ground, this is Hubbard. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They put a receiver in motion to the left. A 2nd down throw for Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Young to throw, and this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Valoa. He's got room past the 35. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. It is a big play, Tua to Tyreek, and even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it here to Achane. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here's Tunga Vailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring him down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 6-3 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Jones now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's the pistol snap to Young. That's over the middle to his tight end Sanders. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Young. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You'd love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
Young to throw on first down. He'll get this out to his running back. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Now Hubbard. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. The motion man is Sanders. On 2nd down, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now Young. This one caught at the 4. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6.
A dive, and he's in! Cuba Hubbard, touchdown Carolina. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. Panthers open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Looking for Berrios downfield. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Going for it all. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Young. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The motion man is Sanders. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5.
Still 2nd down.
On play action, Young. He runs with it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll drop to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down. On the give, it's Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he'll only get down to around the 42. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Hubbard. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Hubbard. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. This one is hooking, and he missed it. No good, wide to the left. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Tungo Vailoa. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Out of the gun, Tungo Vailoa. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Looking for Berrios downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Jackson. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play. And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.
Notification. 55 minutes/60 minutes.